So I actually wouldn't mind it because the engage from Hanwha is mega lackluster. So a disengage support actually would be good. Obviously, the big downside, an obvious downside of this is that it's Execute playing it. So instead, they're going to give him the ability to engage. But if this was a different player, I actually would have not minded it at all. Because look at the composition of Hanwha and then think about how they would engage a fight playing into something like Janna.
Tend to win that neutral fight. So Fearx going to have to be the ones playing proactively here. They have a buy, they have options. Let's dive onto the Rift here for game number 1.
The farming variety where the teleport does get a lot more value. In this case, not going to be necessary as his main priority is getting Viper to an item, and from that point on,
hover around your bot lane and make sure they're okay.
Oh,
this is a big old wraparound.
This has to work. He is giving up a ton of farming time. Let's see if it does.
Yeah, Hannah could be in trouble here. Stefan's presence comes down. There's a heroic charge. Shattering Strike is decent as they've split the damage. Viper just flashes over though. First blood still goes to Execute, but I still think he's probably going to die here. There is the Q. Peanut makes his way out. And that is 2 for 1 in favor of Hanwha Life Esports.
He needs to die. This is not allowed.
He is getting closed in on here as Willa does find the Vault Breaker. Doran is now able to throw out the Needlework as now Peanut comes in. Henna not going to get stunned up, but still going to take way too much damage. Hail of arrows comes down, but Doran is still dead on the other side of the map. It's a 30 CS lead, and now they're looking for even more plates, and Peanut is once again here. Keeper's Verdict going to miss, and Peanut is still going for it. Okay, there's a flash from Henna. Crash down doesn't really do too much, but the Chains of Corruption don't connect either, and now Willa, he's going to make his way in. That's the shutdown. Magnet Storm as Peanut's dead as well, and Henna getting that kill, absolutely massive. Can Delight survive? I don't think so, and that is a double for the Zeri. Hanwha Life Esports feel like they can at least start this one off. Control wards going to be removed here. Exactly right. Closer moving on over. Extended beam comes down. Willa engaging once again. There's the Devour in trade for the cease and desist. As crashing down is Execute. Henna looks for an opportunity and will fight too with the Emperor's Divide. And it almost looked like it happened in slow motion, but Fearx just disintegrated.
Either you fully commit to that, Wheeler goes in, then Clear needs to be there as well. Or you don't commit, which would have been fine. You bait out the TP and let it be as Henna.
Yep, seen this one before. As Pistol Dive, that is going to confirm it. And Execute comes down, just doesn't find anyone with the Shattering Strike, as Peanut is Poppy. And so he is going to do that wandering around thing. Peanut is still dead because Viper just did not want to risk it, I guess. And Delight, I feel like Peanut didn't have to die. But now,
the fight.
7 seconds before this Mountain Drake. You're exactly right. Clear on a deep flank. Viper is finally going to hit an ultimate, but there's the Devour. That's going to get him out of dodge. Now Willa, cease and desist as he does use Peanut to taxi his way out of the fight. But look at Fearx's health bars. They're going down so incredibly low, and yes, Peanut's low as well. And Zeka still has Emperor's Divide. They still have so many tools. This Magnet Storm is going to have to be massive, and it does manage to find through. Oh my god, the shove is also amazing. Viper in the back of the pit, but everybody else is just in a blender. And Delight, he might be able to make his way out as now Viper is kiting. He's doing so much damage. Now Closer taking so much as well. Henna trying to go for the 1v1, and he will be able to find it. And now Clear pushes him out of the seismic shove, so Delight will survive, but they will get the Drake. Oh man, Fearx keep themselves in it.
They're at -11.
And they managed to beat Bro.
Yeah.
And we're going to see another Magnet Storm coming down here from Execute. Crashes down as well. Buys some time for the rest of his team to get over here, but Peanut lasts so incredibly long. And Viper is going to die once again. I think we're certifying it. I think the Zeri is online. And they just put Doran into the ground there. Oh my, okay, Fearx, I think they've gone and done it. I think we've officially turned the tables.
Especially once he finishes his BT. It looks like instead went for Runans. As Peanut.
Yes, his assist comes down. There's a seismic shove, and it's going to take a little while, but he will die. Oh, never mind. Does have the flash. Will be able to get himself out. So they do use some cooldowns, mainly the ultimate, but Willa doesn't seem to care too much about that. He'll get another flash as now Doran looking to try and chop him down. The Needlework will come out, and that gets rid of the Vi. But the Gwen is also going to be down as well. So Fearx continue to trade up. As Viper off to the side, wants to find an opportunity.
Hanna doesn't have plans.
To Hanna. Okay, Delight moving on over. There's a Weaver's Wall as well as Closer joining the fight. They do use the Devour very, very early as Viper tries to outplay it, but it just does not work. Now Zeka will finally get amongst it, but Henna, he gets out of the way. And now Peanut, he's trying to get back through, but the heroic charge is not going to be enough. And yeah, the Azir turns up, maybe just too little, too late, as he will evaporate as well. And FearX, it is just winning to more winning for this team right now.
In control of the game, rather, that's fine. That doesn't really matter that much. You can gain priority in sides, then rotate over to an objective first.
Oh, Magnustorm. See whether Peanut's going to be pulled back, and he does. Weaver's Wall comes in. It was a little bit late, but it's still going to be enough as Peanut is just picked off and destroyed. FearX just finding these little angles to find these picks, which does just continue to break down structures and continue the snowball. Inner turret does go down there on the bottom side, but they are now looking for a bit of a reset. 8,000 gold the lead. Closer coming on over to try and stop Doran from taking down this turret, but I don't know whether he can. Seismic Shove goes wide as Needlework comes in, and he's snipping a lot. Flash does come out there as, yeah, he's just going to be cut down. In melee range with a Gwen as a Talia, you're just not going to feel very good. As okay, Doran sort of thought he was going to be doing something, but then decides not to. Okay, Weaver's Wall does come on down, and they're looking to just pick off the Gwen. She's dead. Nothing they can do about it. And Henna even going to grab that kill. 7, 3, and 10 on this Zeri. And this is what they've been doing. FearX have just been diving and getting that one pick, and then making it unfair for the rest of the potential fight. If Harmolife Esports do decide to take it, another pick potentially here towards this top side as Peanut is being caught out of position. Delight might need to use the Devour on this Poppy. Instead, it's going to be the Flash. He knows that he's going to have to use it on the carries, if anyone, or he's just going to die. Emperor's Divide not really going to find too much as the Magnustorm comes on out here from Execute once again. And just slowly but surely, Harmolife Esports are being picked apart.
The health bars are kind of low though, but reinforcements are coming in. Can they get out of there?
Okay, Doran is just going to dash on in. Okay, it is going to be Willow locking down the Baron, but can they stay alive? Here's the question. Or can they just kill them all? Is another one. It's going to be Henna taking down the Gwen. Keeper's verdict to try and make this a little bit less fair, but Execute, he's going to be the sacrifice. And I think FearX are totally okay with it. And Willow's level 16. My goodness. Okay, all out. Going to be used here towards this bottom side as Doran, he's just too far behind. Clear with all of his magic resist items is just going to solo kill him. 6-0-11.
I wouldn't even mind it if FearX just gave up the Baron.
Yeah, and just take Soul.
Yeah, but they're not doing it.
Okay, Peanut looking for an opportunity onto Willa, but it's immediately going to get turned, and they are a little bit closer to this one. Delight does devour the Poppy, but now he won't have that for either Zeka or Viper. And now Henna is just going to dive in, and maybe it's just going to work out. He's just tanking them all, and he will stay alive. This is going to be the team fight. Emperor's Divide comes out. That's going to get one, but it's a triple kill for the Zeri. Doran is still dangerous, and Henna is going to have to flash to try and get out. Well, I don't know about the melee range situation there, but that's okay. He does have a GA, and now he's looking for more. It's not going to be enough. And that is going to be the ace. And FearX, I think, are now just going to try and end the game.
FearX going to stomp on Hanwha Life in this first game. They don't need Baron. They don't need Mountain Soul. Start up the fight, force an early Devour, and then Henna with his GA says, watch me soar. Goes into multiple people, does as much damage as he needs to, and
I'm gobsmacked,
This is amazing. FearX is alive. We're watching it right in front of our very eyes here in this game number 1. Same for Doran, same for Peanut. The top side just not carrying their weight in this one. Peanut, early on, great, thumbs up. But ever since that third dive, it's only been downhill from there, Atlas. Viper desperately trying, but it isn't enough. And don't be mistaken,